A great sign is a surefire way to get people through the door. At Impact Signs, Awnings, Wraps, we specialize in creating beautiful signs that capture attention and draw people in. Whether you're a business, school, church, bank, hospital, or event venue, we have the perfect sign solution for you. We make the process simple. From design to manufacturing to installation, our team handles it all. The right sign helps you stand out and attract more customers, so you want to get it right. Impact Signs, Awnings, Wraps. Hashtag any sign, anywhere.
Welcome to this special presentation of Knoxville Nights presented by Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps, live at the 64th NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. Here are your hosts, Blake Walker, Cade Higday, and Josh Gerlach. Welcome back, everybody, to the Knoxville Raceway. This is Knoxville Nights presented by Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps. We are live here at the Knoxville Raceway on the Dirt Vision stage. It is FVP Hard Knocks Night at the 64th NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. I'm Josh Gerlach. This is Cade Higday. That is Blake Walker. We are here to break down last night's Toyota qualifying night where Kyle Larson took the win over Spencer Basin and Logan Schuchart. We'll talk through that and also preview tonight's lineup. And then we have Jack Anderson coming on with us at 1:30 here in about 30 minutes. And then Garrett Williamson will join us at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Make sure you are subscribed on our Facebook and all of our social media platforms, along with our YouTube. We are live on Facebook and YouTube right now, so make sure you hit the like button on that. And also follow myself, Cade, and Blake on Twitter as well. Tomorrow we will be back at 1 p.m. right here on the Dirt Vision stage. We will have Tanner Holmes at 2 p.m. So should be a fun day just getting everything started here for championship night at the NOS Energy Drink Knoxville Nationals presented by Casey's. What do you think, boys? Should we jump right into last night's recap?
Yeah, absolutely. Before we start, I just wanted to say there are two of the best racing names, event names in the country, and it's called The Night Before, and it's called Hard Knocks Night. Welcome
right.
to one of the coolest nights of the year. Yeah, let's talk about last night, guys. Toyota qualifying night. We had 2.5 inches of rain yesterday. That was not fun in the morning, and we knew that the track was going to be a little juiced up, and we kind of saw that throughout the night. Brad Sweet goes quick time. 0.2 faster than Cam Martin. We'll talk about Cam Martin. Really good run for him. But I'd say that's a lot of confidence there for that Brad Sweet gang, especially with Casey Kane's crew and whatnot. I think they really needed to see that. Obviously had to come up through the B, but that's exactly what they needed.
It's been a pretty chaotic week with the crew turnover. You know, Casey Kane, I guess, is kind of the part crew chief now, it sounds like.
He was sweeping the floors for him. He was helping him out.
Yeah, he parked his own car, and they it probably was a good confidence boost to get the night and the weekend started off like that last night.
It does make me sad to see his merch trailer closed up. It's just kind of sitting over there closed up. I was like, well, maybe keep it out. Heat race number 1, Gage Polkerbeck out-dueled Jack Dover, battled for the win, and took the heat race win. Kerry Madsen and Brad Sweet went to war there for P6, just kind of battling back and forth. Kate, early in those heat races, you just can't move. I saw somebody tweet something out that, you know, if they're going to make a couple tweaks to the format, should the quick time qualifier go in heat 4 or 5 instead of going in heat 1? That way you're like, okay, you're going to get to pass a little bit more, because Brad just didn't have a track to pass.
Yes and no. I mean, no matter what you do, somebody's going to get stuck with a heat race that you can't pass in. But I think the biggest shock out of that whole heat race was Polkerbeck tracking down Jack Dover and passing him.
And then ran away.
Yeah, it was insane. Everybody talks about how the first heats are no passing, and he proved everybody wrong.
It was cool to see for him, too, because a year or two ago, his wingboard came off going into 3
one of the scariest wrecks
on
I've
hot
ever
laps,
seen
and
here.
he backed it in really hard into the fence. And he's had an up and down kind of start to his 410 sprint car career, so pretty cool moment for him at the Knoxville Nationals. You mentioned Kerry Madsen and Brad Sweet going at it. They went to war. There was some hard chops happening going on into the corners and stuff, but it not too much movement, but it was still a pretty exciting heat race.
His heat race interview, Gage's, was about 5 words. You could tell he hadn't really done a ton of interviews.
How was the run? It was nice.
The only other one that I thought of was when he was with Greg Beasley over at Houston's, and he made the draw one night, and he got to do an interview. But cool for Gage Polkerbeck to put it in the show. I think they had some sort of issue in the heat, or in the feature, had to pull it off. Heat race number 2, PPM and Cam Martin almost got into each other on the start. Could have derailed Cam Martin's whole night. Just kind of one of those whoa moments that kind of catch you up. Bill Baylog tracked down the guy who was in 4th. Was it PPM? Or no, it was Logan Julian.
Yeah.
Logan Julian was in 4th, and I'm like, all right, here's where the track's going to have to get in. And Bill got up on the wheel and went and got that final transfer spot, and that's the reason he's sitting in the A-main here on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill definitely got up on the wheel and made that happen, and like you said, set himself up for tomorrow night.
Yeah, PPM and Cam, it was just another, kind of what we talked about the last couple of days with the starts. You have to go now, and even though you have 10 laps, and glad that they avoided disaster there. It was cool seeing Logan Julian. He had a good run. He struggled.
Oconomowoc, Wisconsin.
He struggled mightily on the Cappy on Sunday, so he held off Baylog for quite a ways, and Bill was able to get by him late.
Tasker Phillips was the one who got the heat race win. We had a mistake on Dirt Vision. We thought when we saw the one, we thought it was Timez. Thomas Miserwald was slated to run this weekend. He's here. He has his merch trailer over there. He had a YouTube video yesterday. He's just not quite healed up from his concussion. Had that really scary wreck a couple weeks ago. He's just not healed up from his concussion. He knew himself he shouldn't be in the race car. But still cool to be here.
Props to him for doing that.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it was very tough.
Absolutely.
He's freshly into that car. If you go to the Timez, his YouTube channel, you can see that was a scary impact.
It was unbelievable.
It was probably a good thing he was in a 305 and not the 410 because the steering broke and he just went straight off the track into the concrete fence. So hopefully he can get healed up soon.
Our story of the night in heat race number 3, Brian Brown obviously was very fast in qualifying, was trying to get to a transfer spot against J.J. Hickel. A couple times Brown had run the top in 1 and 2, kept getting a run. He kind of had to back off, and then finally it just looked like it came to the point where Brown, he's like, I got to go. Got a great run. J.J. was right there. I mean, the car was sliding up, and Brownie gets into him, gets it hard into the outside wall in turn 2, and then tumbles front over end. Brown would later, we saw on social media, broke his wrist and then broke his opposite arm or broke his opposite hand, so he's out for the Nationals, out for probably going to be a couple weeks. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of people have asked me about this today. They were like, what do you think? I think, Cade, it's a racing deal. It's called 2 guys going for a transfer spot for the Nationals. You know it's hard to pass. I didn't like the whole theatrics afterwards between the 2 crew members or the 2 crews. I just thought, obviously, when you're parked next to each other, that's going to happen. But I think it was just a racing deal, and unfortunately, I think Brown just got the worst end of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can chalk that one up to hard racing. JJ definitely wouldn't do that intentionally. Obviously, he was kind of sliding himself to try to kill a run if there was one coming, but he had no idea Brown was there. And honestly, I think, like you said, Brown knew he had to go, and maybe he got a little impatient, maybe he didn't, but he definitely got the bad end of the stick on that one.
And, I mean, we've had JJ on, earlier this year. Go back and watch and listen to that, on YouTube or your podcast feed. But what you see is what you get with JJ. He's that kind of guy. He's not going to be one that goes out there and intentionally junks somebody. Like you said, Blake, the theatrics afterwards. Don't love to see it, but it's the Nationals, and people have their emotions are very high.
I don't know if it would have happened if they were parked right next to each other. I think that was just kind of, you're just like, well, if they're here, we might as well start talking. So I'm not really sure. It really stinks for Brian. It really hurt to watch considering the chat that we had him. Josh, you and I talked about it. I immediately thought of Cash. I thought of him saying, I'm a grandpa, everything else, and you hoped he was okay. It was in terms of the wreck itself, I mean, the front end, I haven't seen a front end that killed in a while. Cade said it since his wreck, unfortunately in hot laps.
It actually broke the frame in multiple spots, and the frame was still attached to the wing post on the front wing as it was sitting over in the junk pile.
And end over end like that. Usually we don't see cars flip end over end like that. Usually it's kind of a spiral in the air, and then the initial hit. But didn't want to put it past. Brandon Wimmer could have made that wreck so much worse, and Brandon avoided him and got on the brakes, got out of the way, because it would have turned into Eldora again, Cade. If you get hit, good luck.
Yeah, Brandon did a great job avoiding that. It seemed like, on the video, it seems like he has a lot of time to react to it, but in all reality, you don't when you're going that fast and everybody's that close.
And he came out of it with a broken wrist and a broken hand. So his Nationals are over.
In the end of the day, I think you'd take that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, no injury is a good injury, but it's just kind of one of those things.
It was cool. He did post a picture. He did have Cash with him last night.
He was right there.
So.
Cash had to be up late doing that. I mean, that was quite the thing. But Heather had a great post about it, and we wish the best for Brownie.
Absolutely.
Obviously stinks he won't be here tonight. And then for more emotion in heat race number 3, we saw the lowest of lows, and then we saw Sammy Swindell, 69-year-old Sammy Swindell, just went up and passed JJ. Got the final transfer spot. That crowd, we saw Rico and Larson battle on Saturday night for the 360 Nationals. That was the loudest the crowd had ever been. It stinks that a lot of people, it feels like, have waited till he's 69 years old to finally appreciate what we're seeing here, but 69-year-old Sammy Swindell put that thing in the feature, and he drove to get that thing in the feature.
With the left rear tire falling off.
It was coming off on the back straightaway. He hit the wall because JJ and him almost got together, and then he makes it work, and Sammy's just Sammy. That was unbelievable.
I tweeted about it last night. Flea Ruzick and Sean Wood, I don't think anybody has any more fun than them at the racetrack. They posted a video of Sammy up on the Burro Max ripping a burnout in the backstretch.
Well, and then he goes, instead of Aussie, he's like, what do they say down there in Australia? Sammy. It's like, oh my gosh, that was unbelievable.
Like you said, it took until his late 60s for the personality to really come out.
It's awesome. Him and Flea, they're just having fun. It feels like they are having a blast. Ross had a great video of them hugging each other. It's like, man, those are just moments that you miss. And, you know, he's kind of buried tonight. He's obviously coming back tonight, but it's like, man, for moments, you get flashes, and you're like, there's Sammy Swindell, man. I mean, that's so cool. Logan Schuhart went +4 from 6 to lock in. That can't be overshadowed because he's sitting third. He's going to start third in the Knoxville Nationals. They needed to run like that. And then Josh Schneiderman won the heat from the pole, and then obviously we had the theatrics afterwards. Heat race number 4, Carson Macedo literally went from 8th to 3rd in one corner, and that's really what set his night. That's why he's starting on 2nd here tonight. We talked about restarts yesterday, Cade. They're big. That's what got Ryan Timms the front row starting spot. No surprise that the reason Carson's starting 2nd, guess what? He also went forward in his heat race.
Yeah, and he was the only one, right?
Yeah, pretty much the only one that got going.
Yeah, that pretty much tells the story right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. Philip Dietz knows how to get around here. They've struggled in the World of Outlaw races, it feels like, for the last couple of seasons, outside of the prelim win that he had the year he was on fire, you know. So we'll get to it eventually for the Saturday night, you know, locked in people. Christopher Traum did get the win. Macedo, if he had another lap, I think he was going to win that thing.
He was coming. Really good for Christopher Traum to get it in the show.
That car looks sick.
Oh, it's an awesome car. I mean, it is such a good car. From distance, you're like, is that David Gravel's orange and black? But no, it looks great. Really cool job by that whole team. Brady Bacon got the early jump in heat number 5 and got out by a big margin over Cap Henry and Brock Zierfoss. Kyle Larson got moving, passed early, but could not do anything. He was just kind of stuck in 4th, kept trying a couple things, tried the bottom, tried the top, but just really couldn't move. And you knew, when Larson went out and qualified 15th, you're like, okay, he's going to be in for some work. And then when he doesn't do that, he said in his press conference, he's like, that makes the heat race even worse. He needed more in the heat race. Still makes the feature, wins, starts 9th, but Larson's heat race is probably what dictated the whole week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. He had kind of a lackluster qualifying compared to what we normally see out of Kyle Larson, which he was
granted,
like
he
the
went
last.
Way late.
Yeah, he was in the last 5 cars to go out, so that's kind of expected. But when you're kind of lacking on points from qualifying, you have to get through the heat race, and like you said, he just kind of got stuck and couldn't really get through.
Yeah. Our C main, a few different scratches throughout the night. Terry McCarl unfortunately had to pull it in. Terry McCarl's final 410 Nationals. It really stinks. His week is done, so that means it's it. But what a run for Terry McCarl. I mean, just kind of surreal. It's kind of over for him for 410s. He's still going to keep it rolling for 360s, but boy, what a career for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody around here has to know the name Terry McCarl, and they feel one way about him. They either love him or they hate him, and that's just Terry. Yeah. That's 110% Terry, and he definitely made a career out of, or gave himself a career that he can hang his hat on.
I still don't think his winning's over, though. I mean, he's been very close in those Sprint Invader shows, and then the 360 Nationals, I mean, he has shown flashes in a 360 this year, so I definitely think it's right up there. Josh,
it wouldn't surprise me if he still sticks around, runs the 360s. And like
that's what he said. He's like, 360s it is.
Yeah, it's still a force in that. I mean, we've seen it this year. He had multiple top 5s, and you know, they always say if they don't make noise when they announce your name, you didn't really do much. But like you said, Kate, he gets a reaction.
He gets plenty of a reaction.
He does.
And our B main, Parker Price Miller, goes from 8th to 4th on the first lap. Really helped Parker there. Jake Buback was like 90 degrees to the wall. I don't know if anybody else saw this. Kerry got into him, and Jake was about 90 degrees to the wall. I have no idea how he saved it. But when the car is meant to turn left, Cade, you got a chance. But, boy, he had to be – the pants were a little soiled after that. There's no way they weren't.
Absolutely. Like you said, he was – dead 90, pointed straight at the fence, and did a heck of a job pulling out of that. Brad Sweet ended up winning, started on the front row, obviously didn't get out of his heat, so he takes care of business. Cam Martin held on, PPM, and then Brent Marks all transfer. Kerry Madsen, Cole Macedo, Darren Pittman all missed the show. They'll be back here tonight. In your A main, Brad Sweet was +10 in the first 2 laps. Brad Sweet was on a move. Obviously, we saw that with Rico Abreu and Corey Day, same exact thing. Again, the 49's got a lot of speed, but you got to play from behind. The cream rises to the top, but sets himself up in a good spot here for the next couple days.
I mean, him and Day, like, they made it look really easy getting that many people in, like, the first couple of laps.
Yeah.
But that's tough. Like, you're kind of, Cade, you can maybe talk to it. Like, you're trying to shoot the gap and maybe get to the bottom and get under guys as they slide up. You make one wrong move, you could end your nationals, trying to make a move like that.
Yeah, one wrong move, you could end up over in the parking lot over here and like you said, be done for the weekend.
How about Derek Hagar? Derek Hagar started on the front row. Really cool. He led the first lap, which was really awesome. Spencer Brayson ended up getting around him. Obviously, Spencer has had so much talk around him here. Even in the media, they were talking about it. He hasn't won a race since 2023. He's been so close. Led for the early portion there, but really, I don't think he made a mistake. I just think Larson's car was a little bit faster, and Larson said afterwards, he was working it. And when they say that, Cade, when they're out of breath, what does that mean? Like, is he just having to work more in the car? Is the cushion not being as friendly? Because the cushion was pretty strong last night. A lot of guys bouncing off and then taking off. Is that kind of what Kyle's thinking about when he's gotten out of the car and he's out of breath?
Yeah, absolutely. And he was definitely pressing hard to try to get up to the lead and win.
He knew he
race
had to win because he wasn't going to be able to come back tonight. So he knew going in. He's like, we have to win this race.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cool with Spencer. Like, I was walking up to the tower, just as qualifying was about to start, and I was like, whoa. That does not match the paint scheme. They had to do, I'm guessing they had some fuel issues or something because they had to replace the fuel tank before they even started the night, really. So that was probably a little bit stressful on top of an already stressful time. It was cool to see them rebound and get a good night out of it.
I'll never forget interviewing Spencer. He made it in, I think it was Hard Knocks night last year or a couple of years ago when I was in the infield, 2023. He made it in on Hard Knocks night, fourth and final transfer spot. Very emotional. Just to make it. And I know he probably feels better that he doesn't have to come back tonight. Just keep rolling it through. Also good to see, for Jason Myers, both cars are in. That's a big deal for them. So
indeed,
really cool to see that. Logan Schuchart was really, really good last night, all over Giovanni Scelzi, and then eventually Logan got around him. Schuchart, man,
that's a really good battle between those guys.
Yeah, but quietly good. And Shark Racing, these big events, they know how to win these big events. You obviously think of the million, you think of these half miles. That 1S is starting up front. Remember, he almost won it a couple of years ago, coming from the back. This could be Logan's year to do it, and he's got the car to do it, and he showed out last night.
Like you said, they're not scared of these big-time events, and they definitely have the speed. He's won here during the Nationals before, so he's already done it. They're going to be locked in for sure.
Absolutely. Carson Macedo also really strong. Started in the A spot, obviously, with that invert. He's probably thinking, man, if we didn't have that invert. But really good run for Carson Macedo. He'll start second. Talking about FVP Hard Knocks night here, we got a couple minutes. I see Jack down here. We'll get going here, and then we'll catch up with Jack here in a second. We're going to talk about tonight. Notable entries: David Gravel, Kerry Madsen, Buddy Kofoid, Donnie Schatz, Tanner Holmes, Cole Macedo, Carson McCarl, Chase Randall, Tanner Thorson, Tasker Phillips. Let's just run through a couple of them real quick. David Gravel, obviously, he's been in this spot before. He's won this night before. It's almost like, why won't he win? Unless he gets caught up in a wreck, realistically, David Gravel should take care of business and win tonight, and I feel confident in saying that.
For sure. He's going to be the odds-on favorite,
yes.
I think, but I don't think we should overlook some of the other guys we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
We saw the speed that he had in the B, and then also
it's so fast.
In the C, I guess. He's clean air by himself, but he took off there. But in the B, he was charging and was probably going to make it if it was like a 15 or 18 lap B main, I'd say.
What do you think, Cade? Odds on?
Odds on for sure, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him do the same thing he did, like you were talking about 2 years ago, run through the field and have a shot on Saturday.
Going to be very motivated as well.
It's also worth noting, he went fourth and he was 70 on the pill.
Right.
Could he get a worse pill? Yeah. But it's like, will he probably get a better pill? Yeah, he's probably going to get a pill. I wouldn't put it past him. He's probably going to go quick time tonight.
And they're not going to be flustered because they've done it here before.
No. You just can't overthink it. Kerry Madsen, he nearly won this Outlaw Show earlier in the year back in June. I know they probably want a little bit more speed, but that car qualifies well. I think Kerry has a good chance to get it done tonight. I'm sure he'd love to win at Knoxville for sure, but Kerry's got a good chance tonight.
He's been, like you said, this close a few different times this year, almost held off Rico until he got by him with, a few laps to go.
Yep.
And the Madman winning here would be pretty cool. It's been a while since, I think, probably in the 14 car for Tony Stewart.
Yep, so, it was. SRX show, actually, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It would be cool, and I bet he'd probably get a pretty good crowd reaction as well.
Yeah, this place might burn down.
Buddy Kofoid, we talked about him a little bit with Shane yesterday. The dude's won everything. He's the highest earning sprint car driver this year when it comes to race winnings. But, boy, Knoxville just has not been kind to him, and he struggled last night. They just didn't have the speed in qualifying, the heat race, everything else. Something's going to have to change tonight. I think you're going to need a good qualifying spot, but if anybody can get it figured out, it's Buddy. But, man, that 83 team's got to get some speed rolling here.
Yeah, and Dylan's a good crew chief. He'll figure it out and get Buddy a little bit more comfortable from last night, I would say. And, they definitely have their work cut out, though.
Yeah, it's weird because, in the big shows, it seems like that thing definitely rips anywhere they go.
Yeah.
It's just we talked about it the other day with Sheldon as well. Sheldon put it all together, and he's locked in the top 3 rows. So it's weird that that's kind of happening for the 83 team, but I bet that they're going to be one that might be challenging for the win tonight also.
Donnie Schatz's 26 straight A mains here at the Knoxville Nationals. It's on the line tonight. It'll be on the line tomorrow night, obviously, if he doesn't get in tonight. He won this race last year. Backup was against the wall. Guy misses the scales. That gives him the front row starting spot. He doesn't miss a beat. The car's out front. He's Donnie. It's going to be tough tonight. It's going to be really tough. I think he's going to have to get a good pill draw. I think he's going to have to qualify well. They didn't qualify well at the other night, so it's like, I don't know. But it's going to be really tough, guys. I mean, it's just the speed. We just haven't seen it. Really good in the Cappy, but you got to get something rolling here.
I doubt that he was going to lock in on his qualifying night just because of his qualifying time. Yeah. But the start killed him in his heat race. Like he went, I think, from like 3rd to 7th and almost to 8th battling with Rico.
Yeah.
You can question that the whole weekend, but it is going to be important, like you said. It's basically just another qualifying night. You got to get a good pill draw and lay down a good lap and get a good start in your heat race.
Yeah, and this whole week's all about luck, and Donnie seems to have some of the oddest luck around here. But, Donnie's always got good luck here, and we'll see how he does.
I think it's also kind of wake-up time for Carson McCarl, Chase Randall. I think, the two guys that have really got going here at this racetrack. Obviously, Carson McCarl's here weekly. Chase Randall's won shows here. So I think big night for those guys that would love to just finish it and get done, go to the podium or go to the presentation tomorrow and not have to worry about it tomorrow night.
And I would say Chase more so than Carson.
Yeah.
He had a good battle with that dude sitting over there in his heat race, and honestly, he kept, Jack kept him out of the feature that night. So his night could have been a lot different if he was able to get by Jack. So I look for Randall to really be on a mission because I know that they were not happy the other night, rightfully so. We'll see what they can put together tonight.
What's the track going to do tonight, Cade? Obviously, we have a lot of heat. We didn't get the rain that we have. A lot of people might be worried because we saw a lot of cars up for the Cappy. This is about the same amount of cars. Obviously, the track rubbers up. You were talking to the Duncans, and they were like, this ain't going to rubber up. We're not going to rubber up. What kind of track are we going to see tonight?
I don't know. It'll probably be – they're going to have it a little bit juiced up for the heat races just to make sure it doesn't lay rubber later.
Yes, but it'll give us a great feature.
Yes, yeah. I think all of the features tonight, B main, C main included, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I kind of said it, we saw Tanner Thorson and a couple guys the last couple nights. If they didn't qualify well, like Tanner Thorson didn't qualify well, they said, all right, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's gone. You have to roll with what you got tonight because you got to set yourself up for the B tomorrow if you get a chance. So it just kind of rolls through. Going into that, Josh, did you want to run through the format? Because obviously it's a little bit slight different here.
You got it, Blake. There have been some kind of misconceptions. A couple of years ago, there used to be you could opt out of your qualifying night points or whatever and choose to run tonight. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, so obviously we'll qualify, do the normal 2 laps. There will be 6 heat races tonight. Heat lineups are inverted by 4. The top 3 will go to the A main. Finishers 4 through 9 will go to the 2 Bs, and the finishers 10 on back will go to the C. C main is 10 laps. The 2 B mains are 12 laps, so we take the top 3 finishers of each transfer to the tail of the A main. And then the A main, there is no invert tonight, so really high point man gets to be on the front. Cars lined up by qualifying time. Group 1 cars will go to the inside row, and Group 2 cars will go on the outside row. This is important. The top 4 finishers tonight are locked into Saturday's championship A main and will earn starting positions 21 through 24, not 16 through 20. And then cars finishing 5th through 14th tonight are in starting positions 11th through 20th in the B. The rest of the field will fill out in the C and the D and the E. So it's a lot, man.
We've seen how emotional guys are after they, finish in the top 4. What really comes to mind is Scott Boguski and Davey Heskin just a few years ago. You can tell the emotions are high, and when you get that locked in, those 4 locked in spots, it means a lot, Cade.
Yeah, and honestly, it's more stressful than your prelim night because it's your last chance to lock directly into the A and not have to run another main. So, yeah, the reactions from the drivers that do make it is usually pretty good.
You buy yourself a really nice few-hour break on Saturday night.
Well, before Jack comes up here, let's get our picks out for tonight. I was worse last night. I had Buddy, and then unfortunately I had Brian Brown, so I was about as rough as you could get. So,
do you think I won again, guys? Did I sweep the qualifying nights?
You might have. I think so. I'm going to take David Gravel for my first pick.
Okay, Cade.
Gee, that's a shocker.
We get 2 picks, by the way, for those watching.
I'm going to put my neck out, and I'll take Chase Randall.
All right.
I'm going to take the Madman.
Kerry Madsen. All right, let me look. Let's do.
It's tough.
The luck continues. Donnie shots.
Okay.
I'll go.
Tanner Holmes in bed.
No,
He's our guest tomorrow.
Yeah, butter up our guest
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you can tell him.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, there we go.
And I will take the Concrete King, Anthony Macri.
Yeah, one we didn't talk about, but definitely one that is going to be on the radar. So, all right. Well, that's what we got here for tonight for FVP Hard Knocks Night. Jack Anderson's over here. Come on up, brother. A lock-in man for our B feature. I'm going to sit down.
This is Mr. Big Time right here.
Hollywood.
Yeah, we know the sponsors have been phoning in. You're ringing off the hook. I know. You're set. Should be good. Can you hear us?
Yep, there we go.
All right.
Pretty
sweet.
slow week for you this week, huh?
Yeah, pretty easy week. It's pretty easy when you get locked into the B main, starting third in a transfer spot. So I'm pretty pumped to get going Saturday. It's gonna be a long day though, sitting there watching the track generate, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
How nervous do you think you're going to be on Saturday?
I'm being nervous wreck. I'm fine right now. Obviously, getting to come and talk to you guys is pretty cool, and that kind of soothes the nerves, just get to talk it out a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna be pretty stressed, but just keep doing what I've been doing all year. It's gonna be the farthest I've started up front, and anything besides maybe a heat race with that many laps, and kind of just try and hopefully get to the lead quick, with everyone being scrambly on the start, and try and set sail.
How do you approach a B main like that? I mean, obviously it's the biggest B main of the season in sprint car racing, but it's your mindset. You just got to go in. This is just a normal Saturday night feature. It's 18 laps. I mean, you're literally just running a normal 410 feature.
Yeah, that's what me and Dad talked about last night. Yeah, the track's it's basically an A main, like you said. 18 laps was the normal weekly show feature, both a couple more hammers than normal, and yeah, we're just gonna just go out like it's any other night, man. Everyone, like I said last night, talking to you guys or 2 nights ago. They lace up their shoes the same way I do. Just go out there and do what I do best.
Unless they wear cowboy boots, then they don't lace them up.
Or dudes like Tyler, that guy at the Gateway Dirt Nationals, he wore dude shoes.
Tyler Carpenter.
Yeah, Tyler Carpenter.
Don't do that here, please.
I'll get in trouble. John will yell at me. John will get mad at me.
It's frowned upon.
So let's just go through your night, man. Like, what was it like? I know we talked about it in our Jetco trailer talk on Wednesday, but it was your grandpa's birthday, right? So he's number 7. You started out with the number 7. Your dad was number 7. You drew the number 7, and you were the first car out. What was that like just when you rolled in here?
I mean, we knew we had a game plan. You know, we go out first, go down, set a good lap, and yeah, we went out there and we actually got Carson. And Carson, in my opinion, is the best qualifier here on a weekly basis. Especially, it's always scary whenever you go out right next to Carson because that man can qualify. And yeah, we got him by, I think, like half tenth, and I'm like, okay, we might be sitting pretty good here. And yeah, we ended up getting 5th with Gravel going out late and snagging us, but yeah, started 8th in the heat, and yeah, that one was a little bit stressful in the heat race.
When you got your 410, did you ever think that you would go 5th quick on your prelim night at the Nationals?
Not a chance. I thought it was going to take a lot more time to adapt than it really what it has. Like I just feel a lot more comfortable in this because you have the power to bail you out of bad situations. Yeah. I mean, you can get yourself in bad situations, but you also have the more power to get yourself out, you know. And it drives so much different. Like, it's crazy from going from the 360s. A lot more feel in the front end of the 360 car to a 410. Yeah, it's just night and day difference.
You said to us the other night you watched a lot of tape. What are you watching on tape?
Just mistakes that I make, you know, and like why I missed the bottom here, why I cheated it there, what put me in that position to cheat it or do whatever. What I could have done differently, like if someone throws a slider, was there enough middle moisture to get diamond back across, you know? Just trying to work my racecraft so I'm not scared to throw anything, you know? Yeah. Just so I'm prepared and I'm mentally prepared. And I know I can do it. I've done it before. I just got to put it all together and not be timid. Timid, especially against these guys, and being nervous and just taking it easy, that's not going to get you anywhere. You know, you got to be 100% all throughout the whole night.
Right.
So probably adding on to that, then you go into your heat race. You kind of see where you're falling on the board. You're probably going to get a late one. I'm sure you were happy about that.
Yes, I was very happy about a late heat race.
Get the best track possible for the heats, and you know you're going to start 8th. What's your mindset going into that? Because you know you, like we've seen and we've talked about, you have to go on these starts because you got to try to pass, you know, as many cars as possible for the points, but also to get into your feature.
Yeah, only taking 4 and starting 8th, that was a rough one. I mean, we got a great start. I got by Austin and whoever, I think one other car, and I was behind Hank Davis. And yeah, he went in through the middle, and I thought he was running the middle because the middle was pretty darn good in 3 and 4, and I thought I could motor him around the top, and then he slid up and got up in the fluff, pulled a couple wheel stands,
Almost saw God.
Yeah, almost saw God. I saw the lights; they looked pretty sweet when he got front row ticket looking straight up. But yeah, it was kind of sketchy. We gathered it back in, picked off Hank.
Kind of sketchy.
Kind of. I've been through worse.
Yeah, I thought for sure
that
you were
wasn't the
flipping
biggest
over.
oh crap moment.
Yeah, I know.
My biggest one was with you, buddy, last year on championship night. That one was terrifying. We locked eyes. That was a very scary moment.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It was but yeah, we made it through the heat, which was most of it. I was pretty irritated, but it's just part of it. I was going for broke there because points mean, like, if I got those couple more spots and say even if I ran 5th, I think I'd be locked in. Yeah. I think those few points would have put me in the show. If my math is correct, I don't remember. Because I know I was 1 point back to Chris.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know I'd be pretty darn close to being locked in. But those points are everything, and it's just a mistake that I made, and that I could look back on and know for next time when I should have just turned left and drove back across the racetrack. Yeah.
And you're beating yourself up a little bit here, but that night you were not upset about the way you ran, but it just goes to show, like, that one turn, you do turn back underneath him, how different, your Saturday could look too.
Oh, yeah, it changes my whole Saturday, from waiting about the B main, having to drive all through all those laps and fight off all those really, really good drivers. Yeah. And then you have to go into the A main, like, okay, now we got to go in pass race car mode and not just hang on to a transfer. You got to go forward and try and get some of that big money that's up for grabs, because it pays out great. It's the best paying show, in my opinion, in the country. It pays better than Eldora. It pays better than Houston's High Banks. Nothing's like Knoxville, man. Knoxville Nationals is the biggest race of the year, and I'll stand on that until the day I die. Yeah.
Speaking of pay, if you do end up making it on Saturday, it pays $15,000 to start.
Yeah, $15,000. That's nuts.
What's that mean to your little team?
It means everything. That's gonna pay for my engine rebuild because we already got it like decent fresh in, but now I can really afford to put money into the thing. Not just getting it fresh. I can get some new parts, to get some new pistons or whatever. That's just huge for us, man.
Because you're sitting on a whole bunch of motors right now, right?
Oh yeah, sitting on one hammer of an engine. Yeah, the ostrich is bad to the bone, dude. That thing runs. I couldn't be happier with the piece I have sitting in between the frame rails, and yeah, it'll be a good start to start building our team in the off season and kind of getting our car number back up because we're down to call it 2 with my 360 car, but we have one race ready 410 race car. The other one we'd have to make all kinds of changes and switching stuff over. But yeah, I just hopefully the game plan is to have 3 race ready cars for next year, so I can just drop engines in and go.
Did you play a lot of the World of Outlaws games growing up?
Oh, all the time.
So is it kind of weird, like I was playing at my camper the other day, and like, you save up and you're like, okay, I can get this engine in these parts. It's pretty much exactly what you're explaining. Is that kind of surreal? Like, you're like, man, when I was 10 years old, these are decisions I had to make, and now you're...
Video games are a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like, my car is not in the balance. But, I mean, is that surreal to you to be able to have that opportunity? And obviously we've raced on iRacing and whatnot, but just to have those moments growing up, and now you're here and you're doing it, and you're here along these guys.
Yeah, it's just nuts, man. Like, I never would have thought I'd be racing with, like, me and McFadden racing it up last night, and the last weekly show, me, Justin, and Cy Lynch were all racing it up. Like, it's pretty cool watching those guys from when I was working on your stuff when I was Josh teaching me stuff, which is a little bit scary, but Josh teaching me stuff down in the pits. Working on people's cars and driving them. I never would have thought that I'd get to where I'm at so far, and just got to keep climbing the ladder, man. That's end goal is obviously be on tour, but that's the dream, Like, hell, even racing here weekly for years to come, like, I'd perfectly be okay with me. I'm content with that, but might as well go for the whole thing. Might as well swing for the fences.
What was it like for you, Cade, on Wednesday, watching this little guy doing what he was doing?
Oh, after I saw the qualifying lap, I was a nervous wreck. I could have thrown up the entire night.
Yeah, I mean, it's the friendship. You see that, and it's just a given opportunity between you two guys. What's today look like? I mean, is the car set, everything all set? You did maintenance on it?
Oh, we're putting new plugs in it whenever I get home. Slap the headers on, torque them down, put the hood on, put the wing on, ready to go racing. We got most of our stuff done Wednesday night.
You'll be back in the infield tonight watching?
Nope, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna relax.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be out doing any.
Same thing tomorrow, just kind of hang
chilling.
out.
Yep, chilling. I'll probably get here pretty early because Aiden wants to come get pancakes in the morning.
That's a good idea.
We had them today.
We did.
Were they good?
They were very good.
Were they good?
Anderson's pure maple syrup over there as
Oh,
well.
yeah, there
it's
we go.
phenomenal. It's great stuff.
Awesome.
No, that's really cool. 360 Nationals, we didn't really get to chat with you, but boy, you guys had a fun battle. I know obviously it didn't turn out the way you wanted to, really, in all, but boy, I mean, God, I was up there in the booth calling that B main, and I was like, oh, these two are going to get together, and it's going to be terrible. You like still going back down to the 360, or after being in the 410, you're like, man, this is just not.
I have the utmost respect for the guys that can run doubles
Yeah.
in the same night and not get messed up going into the 410, which I get it wasn't doubles that night, but it's just some of those guys how they're still super fast. Like it took me a long time to get back used to. Like 360 nationals, like I wasn't comfortable until we got in that B. I don't know if it's just that we finally got the car where I wanted it, or I was just that uncomfortable with not having that much wing speed. It was hard to adjust, because you don't got the 410. You can drive the thing so much harder, just kind of manhandle it. You have to baby it. You have to hit your marks. I feel like it'll have to be a little bit more precise in the 360 class because you don't have that wing speed or the power to get you bailed out. You're not going as fast, so you're not in the racetrack as much. It's definitely a completely different feel, and I kind of struggled with that. I mean, I'm not saying we struggled in the car. Like we qualified decent. We made A mains. We weren't I'm not as good as we wanted to be in the A main time. With the 3M night and USAC. Like we made the A's. It was a stout fields for sure. Yeah. It was stout fields, but we kind of struggled, But yeah, hopefully when we get both of our 360s sold, mine and Nathan's, and we go get another 410, so hopefully we can just go move around a little bit next year. Still I still plan to run Knoxville weekly, I hope. Yeah. And kind of just go from there.
It makes it feel better. I mean, you almost beat this guy who runs weekly in a 360. So that's just
almost junked my race car too. That was scary. It was like you're racing for the race lead, and I was throwing the kitchen sink because as much as me and Cade, I love Cade. Cade's my boy. We grew up together. I mean, we raced out of the same trailer when we were in go-karts, but I hate losing to him. I hate losing to Cade. But
I knew he was going to be pissed if he got out. He was behind you as well.
So you're talking about going from 360 to 410 and then back down to from 410 back to 360s. What was tougher? Was the jump from the 360 to 410 tougher, or is it now that you have to get back to the kind of momentum racing that you have to do in the 360? Is it harder now to go back down?
I think it's harder to go up because the night we went quick time was we ran double duty. And, man, I got out there and the front end just felt like it was in the sky the whole time because I just got done running 25 laps, kind of just after the first 10, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of sat where I'm sat here. I'll just putt the bottom and kind of just pick it because we just tore up stuff 3 weeks in a row. Like, let's just finish here. I don't want to have to fix anything. And then we go into the A main and we go catch up to the pace car, and I'm like, whoa, dude, this feels really, really weird, Kind of had to get back in the swing of things, and it didn't really give me a chance to before left front arm left the chat again. But it's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Part of the sport.
What have you thought of the racing here this week? What are we going to see tonight?
It's been pretty good. Last night, the track was kind of weird. It looked like it was going to be soupy all night, but looks are deceiving always. You never know what you're going to get with this place.
Yeah, it got wide.
Yeah, it got super, especially in 1 and 2, it got super wide.
That cushion was big.
Yeah, I thought going into the A main, I'm like, I think it's because the bottom still looked kind of soupy, it still looked pretty wet. And not ran in all the way, and the top is just still blowing dust. I don't know if it's going to build a curb or it's just going to go straight to the fence. And all those guys are just ripping the wall down. It was literally just a wall of mud that was engraved into the fence, and that's what they were running on, And 3 and 4, I never really got to go get a good look. I'm sure it wasn't as wide as we'd seen in races earlier this year. Especially in my prelim night, I thought they mowed down the cushion before we went out. I'm like, okay, it's going to be most of our normal nights. It's just going to blow off now that we dug it up. And nobody just got rutted up, and you're having to run through the holes and all the ruts in 3 and 4 right around the top. And it was just hard to kind of keep the car balanced through that stuff. Yeah. It was definitely a weird surface, to be sure, but it was racy. It was fun. I definitely had a blast, that's for sure.
So we were talking about Gage Polkerbeck earlier. I know you guys are friends, and what was that like watching him not only win the heat race last night, but he came back and ripped around Jack Dover?
Oh, yeah. Whenever he first got slid by Jack and he got on the brakes, I'm like, and Dad was like, oh, it's going to be tough to get back by him. And then Jack went to the bottom like, oh, now he's got a freight highway right above him, right around the top, and he's going to drive right back by him. And there he went, and he was gone. He drove away, too. He looked really, really good. That's the best he's looked at Knoxville, I think, all year.
Is that a surprise to you? Or is he just slow improvement? It's just night in and night out.
He's worked. He's put a lot of effort in. Even whenever we stopped racing with each other, he had to learn a lot to do the maintenance on the car because he didn't have me, Dad, to do it as well. So he's came a long way for sure, and he looked pretty darn good. I think they popped one last night in the A. And
it looked like
him and Sammy were kind of getting after it there for the first couple laps. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Sammy, how about Sammy Swindell? Sammy Swindell's back with coilovers on the car. Sammy Swindell is back.
Did you see his burnout on his little quad down there? Oh, he's doing like a single wheel burnout on his quad, like doing the It's like
It was good.
It was on.
That's
good.
funny.
Talking about Gage just a little bit more, because he's gotten a little bit of a bad rap because he's a little wild. He jumped right into the 410, jumped into the deep end of the pool there. You are kind of similar. You only ran like one full season of 360s. How tough is it being so young? You're out here against professional race car drivers, and you've got to jump in and perform right away. How tough is that?
I mean, I tried not to set the expectation high, but I'm very, very hard on myself, and I hate losing. I hate running bad. Like, I get frustrated really, really easy whenever, things don't, I try to hide it, and, I don't want to, be a big crazy psycho in the pits, that's losing their mind, and, I kind of just tuck it down, and I'll take it out on myself when I get home by watching film. I just am very, very hard on myself. I want to be perfect, and no one's going to be perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. But I pride myself on hard work and learning and watching tape, because that's how I feel like I get better. That's what, me and Dad, whenever I race go-karts, every single time my Aunt Kelly would come over with her disc from a whole weekend with how many classes we ran, we'd watch every single race, and even if I won, he would still point out every lap something I did wrong, or something every 2 laps or whatever, something I did wrong, and that just, those little minor critiques and him being so hard on me has made me hard on myself, and it's just made me such a better driver, and I can learn faster. I feel like that gives me the opportunity to learn a lot faster.
Yeah.
What does it say about Knoxville's weekly racing series when Cam Martin, who ran a 360 all year, barely 410, he's in the A feature, you're locked into the B? I mean, what does that say, what we have competition-wise on a weekly basis? Do you think that's helped you when it's come to this week?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We got a lot of hammers. You got Ryan coming. He's on the pole. Apparently, he's a weekly guy now because they put him as a rookie.
Oh, we're claiming
I think
him.
He's even an Iowan now, I think, officially.
Is he?
I think so. He's
okay.
Forget Oklahoma City. He's from Iowa, I'm pretty sure.
That's funny.
We claimed him. Emerson Axum claimed him. Yeah.
Claimed him. Claimed them all.
Yeah,
Claimed them all.
Aaron Reitzel.
Aaron Reitzel. He's
yeah.
Iowan. Yeah, good luck. If you race here at Knoxville local, guess what? You're an Iowan. But, yeah, I mean, it is. It's just the competition level on a weekly basis. We are the best weekly basis show, I'd say, with confidence.
Oh, 110%. I mean, probably a close second would be PA or Cali. They got some hammers, but they don't have a lot of places like this out there. They got hairpin, but big hairpins, and then they got Link. They got some cool tracks out there, But, yeah, man, we got a tough weekly series. Austin, he's locked in. Ryan, he's ran most of the races here. Let's call him a local.
Yep.
He's on the pole.
Yep.
Cam's locked in. Yeah, I don't sleep on Cam Martin, dude. That guy, he's a gasser.
He is unbelievable.
That's for sure. He ain't scared. Another guy I hate racing with because we race each other so hard, but we're such good buddies. I like talking to Cam down the pits, but I hate losing to Cam.
Yeah.
So I got a little fire lit under my butt. For Rookie of the Year, too. That's
right. Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
big
a good
Rookie
point.
of the Year for the Knoxville Nationals implications,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go put it in the show, and then the first thing, got to get in the show. That's the big thing. Get in the show. Get the 15th thou wow, and then you go
Kate
race.
told that number to Cam, and Cam's eyes went wide. Like, he hadn't even really thought about it.
Yeah, he didn't even know.
No?
Yeah. No, he didn't even know.
Huh.
And he just kept
he
kind of sitting back. He's like, wow. He's just kind of like,
man, that's really, really cool.
I mean, that's literally what he thought, and that's the cool part of it all, to be a part of that. But no, that's sweet.
So what's a week for Jack Anderson look like? Talk about your...
I see some of them on Snapchat.
Because you race for a living, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely race for a living. Yeah, I just got all the money sitting in the bank. I can dump into it. But seriously, though, obviously, we'll start on a Monday. Go to work, and I don't really touch the race car till probably unless I tear something up. On a normal race week where I don't tear anything up, I go to work Monday, Tuesday, just for normal. You go 7 to 5, 7 to 6, whatever. Just depends on what we have to do for the day. And then Wednesday is normally when we hammer out most of our stuff. We didn't get done on Saturday night or Sunday. And then I work for the rest of the week, and if I need time a little bit, sometimes Nathan lets me leave a little bit early Friday if I have to just button things up and I want to be there for it. Then you go race Saturday, get home from the track, do all my maintenance, all my engine maintenance, and I wake up and finish off tires, dismounting stuff, because I have Aiden, he washes all the tires that night at the shop, and then kind of pick up Sunday, like I said, and then we're right back at it Monday, back to work.
How weird is it not going back to high school here in a couple weeks?
Don't bother me a bit.
Is Baxter going to be good in football again this year?
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
My cousin's going to be quarterback.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll see how that goes.
Did you graduate a big class last year?
Big class of 35.
Oh, my
Huge,
God.
massive
Well, I'm talking
class.
football team. Like, how many did y'all graduate from the team?
A lot. Bunch of them. But our junior and sophomore, or more our junior class from last year, they got a lot of hammers for sure. They got a lot of good players.
Yeah.
So I ain't too worried about it. They'll be fine.
I was going to say, at least for me, it was just really weird not going back. Obviously, I just went right into college, but it was like, man, it was weird not going back to high school. But
I'll be back for coaching a little bit of wrestling this offseason.
Yeah, so are you going to coach wrestling?
Yeah, I'm kind of hopscotch from I'm going to be doing some of the like littler kid stuff,
Yep.
and maybe go to a couple middle school meets. So I'll go help at my our Baxter's club. It's called Apex, and my coach runs. I'll go help with them. I go help at Newton a little bit.
Yep.
Because a bunch of the Newton kids come around here, and they're all fans. So I'll go down and roll around with them for a little bit. Just got to make sure we stay on topic. Yeah. Wrestling practice, it's practice.
Yeah.
I don't run a sloppy practice. We run tight practice. Getting some weight off today.
I gotcha.
So being someone that, your dad raced here, obviously, anybody that's been around here definitely saw the red 7A around here, and it probably hasn't quite hit you yet. Like, what's going on this week? And you've been coming here your entire life. What's that just mean to you, man?
It's everything. Like I've been from sitting in the suite with Heather, working on Cade stuff, working on whoever stuff, racing karts all over the Midwest and down south, kind of just all over. And this is end goal. It's Knoxville Nationals. Like, this is everything, man. I've been dreaming about this since I was little. Watching, obviously get to see all the pictures with me as a baby and dad sitting in dad's car, rolling around with the jack, and they'll see all these pictures. And I've just been around it forever, and it's all I really know, man. It's awesome. It's
really cool seeing your family. You have so much support around you in the pits. The pictures, the fans that you're like. I think you have the biggest line every single weekly night around here.
Oh, 100%.
We have
awesome. I remember the first night we had 15-something people in my pit, and I'm like, oh my god, there's just people everywhere. I can't get around. It's hard to move. But we kind of got settled in. Most people sit in the truck in the cold pit area, and they'll come over after the A, obviously, because everyone comes down. But yeah, I'm just grateful for the fans and all the sponsors I got with Nathan. Like I said, Nathan, he took a big risk on me, man. Yeah. That's no easy task, pulling out X amount of money for a 410, especially one that can compete here. Yeah. On a kid that's never even ran one before.
And that's what we try to push across on the broadcast. Like, you guys are nowhere near, and we say it here on the show, you guys have nowhere near the equipment, and you're running right there with those guys. So, I mean, it's a testament to the program that you guys are building.
Especially in a time where you hear a lot of people be like, yeah, well, daddy's money bought this ride or that ride, whatever. It still shows that the little teams can get it done.
Oh, yeah. It's just hard work, man. We just bust our butts. Kelly, especially, she does the fundraiser every year. Kate does. They're huge, man. Those are just huge for just spending money throughout the year. And if you need to put some money into an engine for a rebuild or whatever, or build another car, it's just hard for the small teams to do that, and the fundraiser is a great way to do that. My aunt kicks butt at that, and the PR stuff, and just promoting. And I'll be out signing autographs at Slideways for about an hour after this. Just trying to move around and be out there,
You didn't want to? Did it hurt not doing the mini nationals out there, Slideways mini nationals?
I haven't done that since I think my rookie year at Knoxville. Yeah, really? Since my rookie year at Knoxville, I haven't ran there.
Had a big crowd today. I was looking at the pictures. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, really cool. But well, man, we appreciate your time here. It's going to be awesome to watch you tomorrow night. I hope they update your picture on the Dirt Vision board because you're still in the 7A. I'm not really sure why that's still a thing, but they still have you in the 7A. But yeah, I hope you soak it all in and you cherish it. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. If people wanted to get merch from you or anything else at the trailer afterwards, or you got it over at track side?
We have some stuff at track track threads, and then we got some at we'll be up at Slideways. We have T-shirts and all that stuff up there, and we'll be down here Saturday. And quick shout out to Schwank Dog for coming down and helping. He's been helping me a little bit here as of lately. I finally got the green light. I didn't want to get him in any trouble. Thanks to Schwank, man. He's really built up my confidence. That's one thing he's really, really good at. I was pretty frustrated after the heat, and he kind of just he's real tough love, dude. Hey, snap out of it, get your crap together. You got to go out. You got to go make it out of the beat now. You just got to keep on point. Who cares what happened in the heat? Go out there and we just got to make the best of whatever happened, Yeah. And he's helped Dad a lot because his 410 deal is kind of new to him as well, man. Yeah. But he's caught on good. The car's great. Him and Schwank have put a great package together on this thing, and it's pretty cool. And I think we can make some noise Saturday night.
Awesome. And where can people follow you? I know you just started up a YouTube channel also, right?
Yeah, just Fast Jack Anderson on YouTube and Fast Jack Anderson Motorsports on Facebook. And awesome. I don't got any Instagram. I'm not a big social media guy.
He's a big Snapchat guy. I know that.
Big Snapchat guy. I always send him updates whenever I'm working on the shop. All my broken parts, I'll just say, man, that's what broke this week. That's what broke that week.
Well, none of that this weekend.
No,
right?
No more of that.
Yeah.
No more of that.
Well, congratulations, Jack. Good luck tomorrow night.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes,
Have a good one.
Thank you, guys. Jack Anderson, everyone.
Thanks, man.
See you, brother.
Thanks for coming on. Well, we got a few minutes here until Garrett Williamson hops on. We were going to talk about this yesterday with Shane Stewart, but boys, I got a vote this year for the paint schemes, so we need to talk some paint schemes.
Oh, this is going to be tough.
Just got my email. Did you just get your email?
I don't know. I've been a little busy, Blake.
Well, I mean, it happened a little bit before, but I don't know, guys. we've seen a lot of good schemes this week. Obviously, we don't have pictures to pull up, but everybody's seen. Have any stood out to you that have jumped off the page? I'm going to stand up, by the way. I'm going to gotta get these off these chairs. I'm surprised Kay's not doing the same thing. But
I've been hip-hopping around up here.
What stood out to you guys this week, paint scheme-wise?
Put you on the spot, Cade.
What do you think of these split schemes?
I personally don't like them,
Okay.
but I'm a very OCD guy, so
Yep,
like things
I
have
feel
to
you.
be perfect
Well,
for
in all
me.
you, photography, you're taking the same side. It's not like you're seeing the other side from at least the infield perspective.
Yeah, but I always shoot
Yeah,
outside.
you go the outside. Yeah.
So I get the best of
Yeah,
both worlds,
that's
I
true.
guess.
That's true.
I still think out of the 2 weeks here, I'm going to go with the Knoxville Knights 24H last week. That was my favorite scheme of the year.
So corporate.
I'm not partial at all. There's a few of the split ones that I do like. I think Tanner's looks good. Donnie's also looks really good. Like if you can get and see that up close, there's like some metal flake or some like sparkle stuff on the black side. That one looks really good. Jimmy Light, that thing is sweet.
It is based off the motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
like that was insane.
That thing pops really good.
Yeah.
Our buddy Caleb Johnson. Unfortunately, that one didn't last the whole night. That was cool with the white wheels.
The mud covers on PPM's car are sick.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that is my favorite.
It's right there. I will say Spencer's car looked pretty cool last night, the American Rebel Beer. I thought that looked really neat.
Shoe Hearts is clean.
Shoe Hearts, yeah, it's the same car from a couple of years ago, just chrome.
And the crew getup also. They look very sharp.
Yeah. Brent Marks, yellow and red. Obviously, he didn't know how it was going to look, but he kind of liked the look of that.
I think that could have gone one way or the other. Like if you don't nail the yellow color,
it definitely went the right way.
Yeah. I mean,
it did.
Yeah, there are good ones. Brad's running his Napa scheme. Not a lot of people like that. The bronze 100 years of Napa. I don't think it looks terrible.
No.
But I was trying to think of other. Sheldon has the honeycomb pattern.
Yeah,
what do you think of Sheldon's?
That's sharp.
Yeah,
that's really sharp.
Sheldon's got the honeycomb pattern, which is really
like
cool. Have you noticed Ryan Timms has foil numbers on his tin car?
Chrome.
Yeah, foil chrome
red.
numbers. Yeah, I thought that's really cool to see that. There's a lot of good schemes this week, man. And you mentioned it, the best appearing crew. Like that's a big deal. Like that is really cool that a lot of those guys take a lot into them. I didn't see DGRD's get up, but I assume they were.
No, they're usually sharp. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen a lot of the helmets because there's also the helmet contest is back.
I saw Jamie's. Jamie's is really sick. It's like an old-fashioned. It's got like the wear markings on it. It's really cool.
It'll be tough to beat Ayrton's.
Ayrton's is very good. Obviously, the competition behind it. I think that's probably the one I'll vote for just because of the meaning behind it, the competition stuff.
It was cool talking through that with him earlier.
Yeah.
If you missed that, go to our YouTube channel. We go through all the different designs that he had and how he got to the decision that they made.
Yeah.
That one just looks sweet.
Caleb Johnson says his dog's on him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but all pictures of his dog, which is really cool. It's awesome, man. There's really good ones the last couple of years. I saw a post this morning about favorites in the last couple of years. David Gravel's Exalta car from when he won the Nationals, it's really hard to top a car like that. I mean, that was hand
painted, or
I believe
right?
so. Yeah, because it was Exalta paint. Yeah. So I mean, that was a big deal, and obviously Cades was great. Obviously, no surprise there. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of really cool schemes. I hope that doesn't change. I hope more people just continue to jump on top of it.
I hope so.
And some teams do a really good job taking it to the next level. I mean, obviously you got the T-shirts ready, everything else. I'm curious to ask Garrett about his. They're kind of both sides are similar enough. Like it's just the color inverse.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one. But any other ones that you guys are thinking about?
Oh, it's tough. Trying to think through. You see so much stuff throughout.
It's always a difference about what is in the day and what's in the night. How about Matt Jules? So someone had a picture of the football card that it's based off of, that it says Kaboom on the bottom of the base or the football card, and it looks really cool. They've done a great job. I will say his Days of Thunder looking one last year. I don't know how it didn't win. That was beautiful. So good. It was so good. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. We're already thinking of Cades next year. Cades already got his ideas for next year ready.
Yep.
Thinking about them.
Get a bright purple suit for you to match a purple car.
Yeah.
I don't know about bright purple. We could probably do a white one.
Yeah. I will say, guys, another thing about Nationals, obviously our crowds have been unbelievable. Tonight is pushing sold out. I think that cannot be understated. I tweeted it earlier this week, but this is the most people I've ever seen here on the Midway in this time in a while. Is it becoming a thing that the Nationals are just – it's a 4-day thing. You literally do not want to miss the 2 nights. Like, gone are the days I'm just going to go for Saturday. I feel like you want to be here for the whole week, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, that and Saturday always sells out so early that, like, you almost have to go Friday and Saturday if you're going to make the trip worth it. So.
And even for pit passes, I saw that they were posting about that there's only going to be a limited number, and like I heard earlier on Wednesday that there was a line like way out the gate just to get pit passes.
Yeah.
Cade, living so close, you can really kind of see the town fill up.
Yeah, it's crazy. This started like last Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I got here last Wednesday, and it was slowly
booming.
but surely, starting to file in.
It's cool. And one thing, obviously, it is very hot, so make sure you do hydrate.
Beer
today.
is not hydrating drink.
No, it is not Jack Herway, so you have to make sure that you do get some electrolytes in you as well. We don't need anybody passing out in the stands because it's definitely going to be very hot up there.
What's the best food y'all have eaten this week? I haven't had Cattleman's yet. I will have that tomorrow.
We had it yesterday. It was good.
Good.
The brisket mac and cheese dog over at that stand over there.
Brisket mac and cheese dog?
It's bomb. It's bomb.
It is good over there.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a must-have for the Knoxville Nationals, I'm telling you.
I mean, the mini donuts powered the
I had
pole
those
sitter
after.
car.
I did have those after Wiener Wednesday. Those were really good. Boy, a brisket mac and cheese hot dog.
Oh,
I'm calling a race tonight.
That's pretty good.
Dang. Are they open after? Maybe I should ask if they're open after. Maybe they'll swing.
Well, I know who you could ask.
That is true. I don't know. It's going to be – there's a lot of great food. Hawaiian chicken. So many people are walking around those white packages. The pizza here is really good. There are so many great options. And a lot of good vendors just in general. I mean,
for sure.
The T-shirt trailers, I swear we've pushed more in here. There's more here, and obviously they're down the street. There's one across the street. It's the place to be, man. I mean, it is absolutely the place to be. So
it definitely is, and something also for people that are not here. I noticed we are on the Dirt Vision stage after all. There is a new multi-view that you can do while you're watching.
Matthew Stelzer tweeted about it last night. Yeah,
he did. The winningest Pro Sprint Series driver here at Knoxville. He
you can look at the drone cam. You can look at. It's really crazy.
You almost get yourself like a Sunday ticket,
like
NFL Sunday ticket type setup, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, and then I think you'll be able to choose on nights where multiple races are happening. You can choose what race you want to double box. So it's awesome. That was a game changer when YouTube TV brought that in, and I'm like, yeah, I think that's what we want to see. But
I saw you post it. Dirt Vision is continuing to kind of push the limit there on what you can do.
The in-car camera, I don't think worked last night. I don't think I saw the in-car camera last night, but that's really cool. If you had an opportunity, would you let them run an in-car camera if you were ever presented with that opportunity? I know some drivers. Yeah, I know some drivers obviously don't want to, but
no, I'm not superstitious about
where would you want it to be? Like, where do you think it would be a nice spot for at least live racing on Dirt Vision? Where do you think it would be cool to build it?
It's hard to put it anywhere forward facing on a sprint car without it getting mudded up. But
what do you think of the above your head?
I think the one above your head or there but facing backwards so you can see the sliders.
Oh yeah.
That'd be pretty
Rico
cool.
had a good one for his 360 Nationals right above the tail tank.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. Chili Bowl, you obviously get the best.
For sure.
Hand on down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that'll be really cool.
I think it'll be cool to see that grow also because we see guys that do content creation. They have their GoPros all over the cars. Even if they don't post it, they get they can do their homework, like Jack was saying, going back and watching video.
And we talk to the master of that tomorrow.
We do. Tanner Holmes. He will be here at 2 p.m.
Boy,
tomorrow.
I can't wait to ask him how many GoPros he's lost.
Oh, shoot, yeah. I know he lost one at Eldora.
Yeah, I do know that. I will say, speaking of the Chili Bowl, are we allowed to kind of tease that we're working on something?
I think we can.
We're working on something for the Chili Bowl. I think we're going to try to get to the Chili Bowl this year. Knoxville Nights, we're going to try to go down on Wednesday, work our way up to Saturday. I've never been down.
I have not.
I've been once.
Cade's been once, so Josh and I have never been down, but I think we're going to go down as a Knoxville Nights group, and we're going to kind of cover the Chili Bowl a little bit. From a Knoxville perspective, we're obviously going to have a guy. There's quite a few guys that go and race down there. I obviously think Emerson Axum, DGRD is going to be fielding the car, obviously. So we'll hang out with Dennis, get a lot of good thoughts from Dennis. But
with our guest today, right?
Yeah, Garrett Williamson.
Yeah.
So
we can ask him about that while we're on it.
Yeah, it might be something that we ask about. But I think we're going to try to get down to the Chili Bowl this year. I think that'll be really fun. And no, it's gonna be a blast, man. We talked about it again for those watching on YouTube and Facebook and those here in the crowd. This thing started as 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Josh kind of came up with the idea. I thought this should be a thing. Him and Cade were really good friends, and then they just so happened to ask me, and I had known Cade a little bit from the infield, and then it just kind of grew. Ironically, it kind of comes full circle. Garrett's going to join us. Garrett was our first guest.
Yep.
I cannot wait to have him with a water bottle, cracking a water ball right in front of us. But yeah, I mean, it is truly unbelievable what we've been able to do. And we got to thank Knoxville Raceway, Jim Udemark, for letting us be up here. Because I threw this idea out in the first couple months. I'm like, man, we should put this on the stage. I mean, there's nothing else happening.
And it was kind of a joke to start with.
It was like, man, can you imagine if we were up on that stage?
And then it got to be a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've had great numbers on social media and whatnot. So
yeah, thank you for following along. It's been a hell of a journey just in those 4 months. And, it's cool getting this guy out of his shell just a little bit more, If you've seen him in the pits, you might think he's that quiet guy, but no, you get you talking a little bit. Sometimes it's a little tough to get you to stop, but it's. I wish the results would have been a little bit better for you this year. You're kind of going through the sophomore slump in the 360s,
but in a way,
you're going to be better for it.
People need to see that. I mean, I know. Obviously, it hasn't been the year you wanted, but. Not
it's real fun
racing
if everything's going well. And
racing sunshine and rainbows. I mean, you're going to have tough nights, and obviously it's been awesome to have that. And you'll be in a 410 here eventually as time allows it. So
yeah, and it's been cool to talk about that. A lot of it just kind of gets brushed under the rug most times, I feel like, and it's been good to watch it back and be able to kind of get that out to some other people that wouldn't know just how much it sucks to be slow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I see our guest.
He's waiting to get some rolling cravings over there.
Getting snacks.
He's getting on top of it. But yeah, Garrett Williamson is going to join us here on the show in just a few minutes once he gets his food.
Talk about having an easy night tonight.
Yeah, man. How about that for Garrett? Really cool. He's giving us the food eating motion, everything else. Great merchandise. He's got his dog. I'm going to ask him about that. He's got his bobblehead looking thing. I don't think that looks like him, but the dog looks like his dog. I think that's one of the big parts. We got to see Garrett firsthand up at Huset's.
Yeah. He had a great week, along with Bill Baylog, who we talked to last night as well.
Plenty of questions about that and, the heat and everything else. That was not fun.
No. No. Thankfully, the weather's been pretty good. I know it's looking a little sketchy potentially tomorrow. Hopefully, it stays away.
I think
don't even talk about it.
As long as we have this breeze, that'll help a lot.
Yeah, I think that'll be big. If we move it up, if we have to move it up tomorrow night, we have to move it up. Obviously, I think we'd like to get that out, or at least tell that to people here early. But
yep. And if you're following us, we will share Knoxville Raceway updates as quickly as we can. So stay tuned to our page or the Knoxville Raceway social pages for that.
It will rain late. We do know that, which hopefully we'll see what that means for us in the infield afterwards. We'll just kind of have to play it by ear. But we've had great interviews this week, guys. I mean, I think it's been really good. Obviously, I think Brian Brown's really been the headline of it all, and especially unfortunate to see what happened to Brownie. But it's been a fun week.
Our show with Shane Stewart was awesome yesterday.
That was great.
If you did miss that, it's on YouTube. It's on Facebook as well. Yeah. So
he actually did our full preview. With
us.
He
did the full preview. Was not expecting
that. Dude,
that.
every driver he's like, yeah, I got thoughts. Like just kind of running along.
Yeah,
yeah,
great.
That's a dude that you can tell he still loves it and still is probably as engaged as he's ever been. Plus now he's got the racetrack at Port City. So
his daughter just won the Big Wheel Nationals yesterday. Like she was unbelievable. That was really cool to see. He's a great guy. I can't believe he's almost 50. I mean, I feel like he could get back in a car anytime, but he doesn't want to. He's happy with where he's at, and I feel like sometime we're gonna have to make a trip down there, stop and see him.
Yeah, especially that KKM give back. Yeah, that's gonna be a very big event.
Yeah. Well, we are going down to Tulsa. I mean, dang, maybe we should swing by.
Yeah.
See what happens. But we'll wait on Garrett here while he's picking up his food. He placed his order and came in line. I guess he's going to eat while he goes here. Shout out Garrett before he gets up here. Moved his autograph session back to 3 o'clock just to kind of help us out with this time.
He'll be over at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame after this. So make sure if you want to get an autograph, that will be a place that you can get it.
And I think Cam's probably going to have the merch trailer open here soon, so you can roll through that. And
I think it was food for Cam.
Yeah, she might be getting a food delivery. Garrett's doing a little DoorDash.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I'm like, is he going to come up here and just start eating chicken tenders while we're talking to him? And I was like, I don't know if that would sound great, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Close enough.
First it was the water bottle, and now he's going to be stuffing his face with food while talking to us. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess so, but no, it's awesome. Good breeze here up there. I can tell you that.
It is nice.
Nice breeze.
Very nice.
I see our smoke starting to kind of file in a little bit. This is not from our Canadian friends. This is smoke from the Rockies. So our friends in Denver sent us a little bit of smoke here for the Nationals.
Nice.
I don't want to spoil it for those watching on YouTube and those in the crowd, but you have to. I mean, everybody's going to be here for driver intros tomorrow night, but it is going to be insane.
Don't miss it.
Yeah, they're going to try a couple different things, a lot of really cool stuff for the driver's intro. So that's going to be a big part. Really, the pre-race is probably one of the coolest things. It's always fun if the fireworks can go off before, depending on humidity. Last year or 2 years ago, we didn't because of the fog, or the humidity was wrong, but the pre-race before Nationals is probably the one that gets you the chills the most.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't get pumped up watching that, I don't know what to tell you.
The best are the drone shots from like way away and all the fireworks shoot
And what was
up.
the story you told us last night about the drone shot?
Oh yeah, so we had there was a drone shot. Are you talking about turn 3? So yeah, Dirt Vision had a video last night on during qualifying or hot laps. They fly that drone around. There was a drone that went over in turn number 3, and there's campers just outside of turn number 3. And there were these kids in between these two campers. They set these 2 cones up, and with the grass the way it was, they were going around in circles on their bikes, and they kind of made a mini dirt track. And it was just so cool. Like, it was the moment. Like, there's cars going around the actual, and then there's these kids who didn't even know the drone was there, and they're racing themselves. And it's just a really cool, like, this could be us kind of thing. And there was a kid in the crowd that they had on Dirt Vision. He had a sign, and it was pointing to himself, and it said Future Nationals Champion. Cool. So I thought that was really cool. And Dirt Vision does a great job with all those signs and whatnot. And yeah, so if you haven't, make sure to stick around here. 4 o'clock. I wanted to get this in. Wade is going to be here with Kerry Madsen for his Knoxville's Got Talent. They're also auctioning.
I did see that they're going to have, is it Sammy?
Yeah,
Swindell,
Sammy Simdwell.
Lee Ruzick is going to, they're probably going to be doing some dueling guitars.
They're going to be auctioning off Ian Madsen's KCP driver suits to help for his recovery funds. So if you got the money, stick around. I think that's going to be awesome to try to go for that. And then Tony Bakoven's show will be at 5 for his pre-race show with a couple other drivers on the lineup. And then at 6 o'clock, 6:15-ish, Dave Reef and Connor Wade will be down here. It'll be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It is such a fun time. I wanted to give a shout-out to Tegan. If Tegan's watching online, Tegan met me in the infield the other night. He said he's watched every single episode we have put out. He said he absolutely loves it. He bought some merch, I think.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, I just said, I got to give you a shout-out. So shout-out Tegan if he sees this. Yeah, it was really cool.
Also, speaking of Dave Reef, after the races are over, go down to the barn. You can check out the press conferences.
Boy, how about that last night? That was quite the...
Not a part-time driver?
Yeah, not a part-time driver. Not a full-time driver. Kyle got the crowd going. Those crowds have been unbelievable.
It's cool, and they get bigger and bigger in there, and it's packed on Saturday night.
It's the best way to get close to your favorite driver.
Yeah,
I mean, kids are right there. I had a kid stop me, and he's like, what's it like working for Knoxville? I'm like, it's awesome, man. And he's like, how much do you get paid? And I'm like, well, I was like, it's for the love of the game, man.
Millions of dollars.
But he was like so into it. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. But, yeah, it's awesome. The press conference has been awesome. It's all on Dirt Vision. It's a little warm in there. They turn those fans on, but it gets it rolling.
Yeah, it gets steamy.
Yeah, it does get a little steamy in there.
The barn,
yeah, and I'm standing in there, and I'm holding my mic. I'm like, man, this is just killing me. But, no, it's awesome. So
I think the DoorDash order is probably just about delivered over there to
he's getting
Garrett's
close.
He had to come back for a second trip, I saw.
Yep.
Oh, did he?
Going to lose out on a
he
tip.
came back with
dang.
Came back to get another box and a lemonade.
Well, jeez.
You ever commentated on a DoorDash delivery, Blake?
I don't think I have.
Well, first time for everything.
You got to give him an announcement act like you're calling a race when he comes around.
I met a guy the other day who calls swimming. I'm like, doesn't seem that what? Like I don't think that'd be too hard. I don't think, but
we're really reaching the end of our killing time stuff right here. Our material.
Yeah, we're kind of out of notes.
We're getting a little bit out there
through here, but awesome to have Jack on. Really
Absolutely.
cool. He's
super
he's having
cool.
a great week.
He's
Super
Snapchatting
cool
me right now. It says Jack Anderson is typing. I don't know what he's going to tell me. But,
Oh boy.
Super cool with him and Cam. Like we were talking with Cam last night. You guys did a Jetco trailer talk with him, and I mean, we even had this with another one with Ryan Timms. We both talked about it. It's like you could just see on their face it had not set in yet at all what they had accomplished.
Not at all. I mean, it's so well deserving.
I'd be curious to know how many 410 races Cam has raced here.
It's got to be less than 10.
Like handful maybe.
Yeah, it's got to be less than 10. He's just so humble. I mean, he's so humble and he's so happy. And we did that Jetco thing with him a couple days ago, and it was awesome. It was so cool, and he was so good with those kids and with the Jetco family and whatnot. And yeah, it was awesome. It was cool.
Really cool.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Susie and Gabe, they're coming for our jobs here in about 10 years.
Let's see.
I don't know if we'll make it that long.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So Jack just messaged me. He's like, "Can you talk about how I got a new sponsor, Midwest Golf Carts? If you shout them out, I get $1,000." So there we go.
Midwest Golf Carts.
Midwest Golf Carts is Jack Anderson's new sponsor. That's really cool. They've been on a lot of. I didn't even realize Jack was still here.
20%, Jack. Thanks.
I was like,
Hey, gotta do what we gotta do, man.
I didn't even know you were still here. I thought you took off, so I'm like, oh yeah, Jack's right here. If I knew you're still here, I would. Yeah. But that's cool.
awesome.
Congratulations, Jack. No, that's awesome. But I told you, man, sponsor's gonna be rolling in. So there you go.
Sorry, dude. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yep, I got it.
I was the only one who answered his phone.
We're locked in here, man.
Absolutely.
About to send Jack over there to pick Garrett up and
Yeah,
walk
seriously.
his
What
butt
the
over
world's
here.
going on over there? Yeah, just the yell will work.
Yep.
He's busy, man. He's got those T-shirts and whatnot selling well.
That's true.
I'm sure it's good for him to be back here at Knoxville and whatnot, but absolutely.
If JJ would have hung out, we could have just drug him up here.
I was gonna say I saw JJ
talked
walking
about
by.
a little bit of-
Didn't have much to talk about though.
Would have been a little boring. Yeah, I don't think we had much to talk about.
There's no spice there.
Yeah. We got an ad break we can
Oh,
run out.
I think we got
Oh.
we got one coming. Here he is, the man of the hour.
Oh, there we go. I think the with the mustache and whatnot, I think it works out well for Garrett.
DoorDash foot delivery man driving the 23, locked in to Saturday night of the Nationals. It's Garrett Williamson, guys.
Yeah, we've been waiting for a little bit, buddy.
I thought you said 2:30.
Well, everybody's phone is on Do Not Disturb except mine.
Yeah, the whole texting thing hasn't been working out today. Huh?
No Call of Duty up here, unfortunately.
There we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show, man. Congrats.
Thank
Congrats on locking it in.
Thank you.
Back up
I mean,
a little bit for you.
What? I don't even know where to start. Are you?
You had a heck of a week just leading into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You,
yeah.
It did not get off to a great start on Sunday.
No, that's kind of crucial. I feel like having a good week. You always want to start Cappy off. I feel like that's the start of the week. You want to start that off strong, and we did the complete opposite of that. So, yeah, but I feel like that just says a lot about our team and our guys, and just bounced back really good.
Absolutely. What does today look like? Obviously, not much. You're delivering DoorDash deliveries and whatnot.
Uber Eats.
I mean, what does today look like? I mean, obviously, the point situation, kind of keeping an eye on the points, but you're locked in. Did you sleep better?
Yeah, I'll sleep better tonight.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, rest up tonight. No extracurricular activities tonight.
No fun.
No fun tonight. Yeah, school night is what we always say. School night. So, yeah, go to bed early. I'll obviously watch the races, hang out, but get some good sleep. I haven't had much of that this week, so shut the brain off for a little bit. Hopefully, get some good rest and just focus on tomorrow. It's a huge day. We have a pretty good starting spot, I feel like, and yeah, just focus, watch the track tonight, and see what we kind of think it'll be like tomorrow, and just. Also, I feel like it's important to enjoy the moment. The first Nationals for me is huge. It's something, I've always had circled to do, and I've been short the last 2 years, and especially the first year I ran Nationals, I was a spot short, I feel like, our prelim, and then again in the B main. So it's kind of just stuck with that. That feeling hasn't left, and finally lock in is pretty cool.
Blake, we were joking around about how Knoxville we claim like everybody that races
Yeah.
here regularly.
Yeah, you're from Knoxville.
Yeah,
by
you're
the way.
you're a Knoxville
from
regular,
Iowa.
even though you're an outlaw now. But I mean, you ran a lot here. We talked about that earlier when you were our first guest on the show. What's it mean to you, man?
Man, I love this place. I don't know what it is about it. It's not my home track. It's not the closest to me, but I feel like I have the most laps here, and I don't know if it's the fans or what it is. I feel like the very first race I came to was actually the 2016 Nationals that Jason won, and ever since then I just kind of fell in love with the atmosphere and the feeling of the place, and I always thought how cool it'd be to make that right-hand turn, and just the feeling of that's never left after finally getting to do it, and it's just such a cool event. Not only this event, but every week coming here, just you go down the street, pull in here, it's just you get goosebumps almost every time you come here. So. It's the most historic place in dirt track racing, so yeah, it's cool to come here and have some success.
And you have a chance on Saturday. You're locked in. You have a chance to do what Jason did that night.
Yeah, we do.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy to think about. Yeah, Just focus on that, and I feel like we have a pretty good race car right now, and we really didn't even get to play with too much setup wise Wednesday night. We had actually a really, really rough night. We went into one on that initial start, and everyone saw me spun out. So, but I broke a steering gear going into one. It broke a tooth off, so I didn't have full steering. I would kind of get to a certain spot and just lock. So that was very scary, and I knew if I pulled in with it still semi-working that I wouldn't live that down. So I kind of just told myself we're either going to wear this thing out or we're going to do what I can with it. And, luckily the car was phenomenal with what we could do with it. And I was able to pass a few cars and feel like we could have passed more, if that didn't happen. So, just fortunate enough that we have a really good race car right now. And that's obviously pretty much we tested it here that night that we rained out the 4th of July weekend. We were supposed to race this car that weekend and only got to test it, but I've really liked it. I told Chatty when we got in from Hot Laps, I told him this thing feels really good, so it's nice to have a really good piece here.
You sent Ben Brown a Christmas card for not hitting you there.
Oh my gosh, that was so close.
Because you were looking at him, weren't you?
I was looking at him, and I was like, I stood on the gas. I was like, man, I hope this thing just drives out. I can at least get up the banking, and I watched it back, and he barely missed me. Look at Dennis.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised he's not working on 17 race cars. How does he have time?
How big was that sigh of relief after you transferred with a not really working race car?
Huge. That's kind of your whole night going.
And how big of, I'm sorry to interrupt, how big of a handful was that?
It wasn't too big of a handful. Once I knew it was wrong, I broke one last year at Eldora and kind of knew the feeling of it, what I had to work with, and knew what you can and can't do. So I never left the bottom. I knew if I left the bottom, then, that's kind of probably where it would have got sticky with just not knowing what it would do. So just kind of committed to the bottom and not moving my hands. And, that's how you go fast around this place. But it's just not a good feeling knowing that you can't get yourself out of some things. But it worked really good. And, the sigh of relief was huge. Going 6-3 is good points. I knew that would, when we talked, me and Chatty was like, if we can get to the invert of the A, we have a good shot at. And if we can just roll around there and make some good laps, I feel like that's how you lock in. If you can just have a good night, stay out of trouble, and we didn't really qualify good. I feel like I probably should have done some things different. I probably should have ran the bottom, went bottom both laps of my second lap, and just didn't feel comfortable with it, and I didn't do it, and I feel like it kind of bit us, but it also worked out. I feel like, honestly, the sweet spot here, if you can start 6 and pass some cars, it really does set you up nice for the A, and then to make some good points.
Let's talk Huset's. Big week for you at Huset's. I mean, that was just a phenomenal week. First, I want to talk about, you had a moment with Bill when he got out of the car and he won.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a hug kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are you and Bill close, or is it just kind of, after all that Bill's been through, after all you've been through, it was just kind of, and it was a great race between the two guys. It was just two guys just very happy to be on the podium.
Yeah, I think we were just both happy to be on the podium. I think we had an incident. I think it was that same night. I raced him hard, and he wasn't happy with it, and I told him we actually talked out in the pits. He wasn't happy with me, and we talked about it, and I just told him, there's a lot on the line here, and we're both racing for a lot of money, and it ended up working out. I think it was that same night, and he ended up winning. But yeah, I just respect Bill. He's he's really good at what he does and with what he does it with. So yeah, I respect Bill a lot, and what he does, it's a blast running up and down the road with him. So yeah.
What was that week like? I mean, just a big week in terms of the performance of your guys' team, and you were very close. Obviously, paid great money for you guys, and that was a big, you guys can do it. I mean, you guys have that type of car.
Yeah, definitely. At an event like that, be that consistent. We only had the one hiccup night, and I feel like that was probably my fault. So if it wasn't for that, we weren't out of the top 5 any night, and that's huge. I don't remember, what would we have, 60, 70 race cars there?
Something like that.
So to do that night in and night out, it's a testament to how good Chatty, Peyton, and Dakota are, and the Fisher family for giving us great equipment to go up and down the road with. And luckily I for some reason had success there early in my career going there, and I was it was on the schedule circled all year. I was excited to get there, and we were unloaded really good all weekend. So the Labor Day weekend's definitely circled to go back and get ready. I'm excited to go back there.
I do remember he was the one hitting the wall a ton off the
Oh my
turn.
God. Yeah, I destroyed some wheels that weekend. That was bad. And they were not happy about that. But yeah, it's just, that place is tight. You got to run it hard, and you run it to the ragged edge there.
Being the new guy on tour, do you have anybody that you kind of run up and down the road with?
Probably Buddy. Our crew chiefs are really good buddies, and then obviously, so we became really good friends. And
you guys do much golfing?
I feel like we golfed a lot last year, but I also lived here last year, and they worked out of here, we worked out of here, so we golfed here like it was either we were at the house or we were golfing. But this year, I think we golfed a little bit in Florida, and then here and there we'll golf, but it's kind of harder. I feel like right now not everyone always has their clubs with them, so. But we are always doing something to kill time, so. Yeah, our teams get along great, and that's, going up and down the road, everyone thinks it's glamorous lifestyle, but it is grueling, so it is good to have people like that on your side.
For sure.
To make it a little bit easier, you can only look at the same four hotel room walls for so long before you go insane. So, yeah, it's good going up down the road with him, and I also learned a ton from him. He's been doing this for 74 years now, and he's only like 22 or something. So he knows his way around. He's really good. So, yeah, I try to pick his brain too.
We talked earlier, and we were going to try to get you back on, so here we are. Wanted to catch up with how your season.
I was supposed to have a win by now, but I haven't done that.
You've got one good chance this weekend. That'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be an all right first win.
Oh, yeah. You're 2 points ahead of Chris Wyndham in the Rookie of the Year standings.
Yeah.
How would you rate your season so far?
Pretty good. I feel like lately we've got our stuff rolling really nice, and I feel like it was just the beginning of the year. I wasn't doing my job, and we were still gelling, I feel like, and just kind of getting some of that inconsistency out of the way, I hope. I hope it's not going to come back. But, it's just tough. Yeah, we go to a lot of new tracks. We're still going to a lot of new tracks, and we don't have a notebook on these places, or I haven't been to them. So it's just tough. Yeah, you unload. You got 2 laps to figure it out, and the Outlaw guys, you don't get a lap off. They're gonna pick your pocket every time. So you got to be on your A game, and I think that's just something I'm learning. You can't be off just a little bit. You always got to be ready to attack.
What's it like running a midget for Dennis Gaines?
I suck at it.
The pictures I see, you're 4 wheels off the floor.
I have fun with it. Like, Chili Bowl's fun, and I just don't run it enough, and especially after running the wing cars now, they just feel super goofy. But it is fun to go run with Dennis. Obviously, I've got to run the 6 sprint cars a couple times, and it's just always fun to race with Dennis.
Got to get some tips from Buddy.
Yeah, he seems all right at it.
Is it weird, coming back here and having this success this year? Like, around this time a couple of years ago, you didn't have a ride. And it was just then Dennis comes up and you're in that car. And is it just weird to think?
It is.
This track doesn't owe you anything, but, man, it can give back sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely can give back, and it does owe you nothing. You feel like you can put all the time and effort into the world of going good here, and you can come here and just have weird things happen. And, yeah, like you were talking about 2 years ago, I was at the Cappy without a ride. Everything unfolded that day, and I was like, that was probably the best I'd been at Knoxville leading up. We had a really good 360 weekend. Didn't end good, but we were really fast in that. I was fast a couple weekends before at the 410 stuff. So, yeah, and then that happened, and I was kind of in just shambles, didn't know what to do. And luckily, here comes Dennis Scaney, which was crazy because earlier in the year, I think we had like 2 410s that year. So we were out of 410 stuff. I didn't really have any races besides the 360, so I was trying to fill stuff in. I was like, hey, man, I know you have some stuff. Would you mind, like, running me? And he was not interested at all. And then for some reason,
he felt sorry for me.
I guess he felt sorry for me. And before this, that was the closest I had been into locking it in. I think we ran second most of our prelim night, and then I stepped on it in 1 and 2 and knocked the front end out of it, and I think ran like 11th or 10th or something. Missed the lock. Missed the lock in by 1, and then did it again in the B main. So, yeah, that was a cool. I think it sucked, but I think that just put that taste in your mouth of how cool this, like, how special event this is, and like it owes you nothing, and just to make it, it's pretty surreal.
I know you've been soaking up the fun. Have you soaked up the fact that you're starting tomorrow?
Or sitting in that barn tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward just doing all the day activities, and just knowing that this is the coolest event there is. Like, the lock-in, it's pretty badass to me, and I'm really grateful for it and the opportunity, so I'll definitely soak it all in. But, when it comes to race time, it's time to do my job and get back in the seat, and I'm really excited, just the 4Y, the fireworks. It's such a cool thing. I always get goosebumps watching it. So to finally be a part of it, and we have a really good race car, and we start towards the front, and I feel like it's a good opportunity for me and our team.
And I know you're the guy that gets to do the fun thing, driving around. What's it mean to that team, the Fisher Motorsports, to be able to lock in as well?
It's huge. I think this is Chatty's first 410 crew chief start for the Nationals, so that's huge for him. And what I think it's kind of full circle moment. Chatty is who I started my racing career with as my crew chief, and we got separated, didn't end up working out, and we've always been really good friends and tried to get, find a way back together to work again. And here we are finally this year, my first year on the Outlaw Tour, and it's with him, and we're having some good runs, and so I think it's pretty cool. And Dakota, our tire guy, it's his first nationals working, and he's made the A main, so that's cool. Peyton's been around, so he's made it, but I think he's like 4 for 4 or something.
5 for 5 now, he said.
5 for 5, yeah. So I guess I just need to bring Peyton along a lot sooner.
Yeah. Never raced on Friday. That's a good one to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
What's it like running a split paint scheme?
If you ask the Fishers, I told them I didn't like it. I want to do the all yellow, but I think it is growing on me. A lot of people do like it, and
they look so. I think they're similar enough.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, like I like it's the same design, red, yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's growing on me a little bit.
Yeah.
We see more of it from the press box.
Yeah.
We see the left
you
side.
see the
more.
good. Yeah.
I think we see the best side.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it is growing on me. I probably shouldn't say that. Devin's going to be like, oh, yeah, see, I told you so. So I better not say it. I'm sure he's listening to this. His brother's right there and his son, so they'll tell him too. But, it's cool. We've done a Nationals car the last 2 years. I think this is my favorite one we've done so far.
Talk about your T-shirt design. I'm going to be honest. It kind of looks like you. The mustache, gets it. And then to have the dog on it, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that was Cam's deal. She's like, I want to put Daisy on here. I was like, yeah, all right, it's Nationals. Why not? Everyone loves dogs, and we both got the best of both worlds. I wouldn't like the mustache deal was just like, I have it on and off. Like sometimes I have it, but I'll go somewhere and not have it. Like racing somewhere and be like, "Where's your mustache?" I'm like people just for some reason know me by my mustache. So like I need a Nationals themed shirt. So I was like, well, I'll just put a mustache on it, and it'll be something different. And people seem to like it. So it's been fun. Everyone's came and said something about it. So I feel like if you can have something that people remember or it sticks, it's always cool. And the picture I'm kind of glad it doesn't look just like me. It's cool. Blaine does badass work. I told him I wanted a bobblehead with like obnoxious mustache. That was kind of what I told him to go off. So I feel like he did good at that, and it's been a cool shirt. It's cool seeing him around.
Yeah.
Cade tried to convince us about mustationals, and I was like, maybe
Mustationals.
Maybe
that would be cool. Yeah. I wish
You better trademark that real quick.
Could have got the guys.
It was actually something to do with Dennis. Dennis needs to trademark it, not me.
Of course it was Dennis.
Yeah.
Jeez. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate your time here today. We know you got something coming up at the Hall of Fame here in a little bit, but we wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Obviously, you're a local to us. I mean, that's just a given. You're a Knoxville guy.
I'm glad you guys accept me. I'm glad I want to be a local. I want to be accepted at Knoxville. I want to have the fans in my corner here. I love this place, so hope the feeling's mutual, and this will always be a special place in my heart. I've been here. I've ran here weekly now. So, yeah.
Soak it up, dude.
Yeah, I will. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be back on the show.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
We're going to take us out here while we
Yeah.
You mind if you sit in while we take us out
Yeah.
here on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
What
Kate will teach you a little.
Okay,
do
what
the
do we-
snap,
As
but-
soon as he gets done talking.
Well, we appreciate
deal.
everyone for watching here in the stands here and then on social media. Thanks to Alan Hansen, again, our production here today. He's been really helpful for us. And thanks to Jack, who came on, and obviously Garrett. If you want to follow us, check us out on all of our Knoxville Nights social media. You'll see Cade and Josh and I's tags. Don't forget to follow Garrett on all his social media and whatnot. That's Garrett with 1 T, not 2 T's. And then obviously make sure to go check out the merch trailer and whatnot. And yeah.
Thank you. Don't ask Jordan Truly down near there how to spell my name. She'll spell it wrong.
Don't do that. That's
1
not
R,
what we
1
want.
T.
Yeah.
We have Tanner Holmes on the show tomorrow, so make sure to come on out. We appreciate everyone for watching Knoxville Nights here, presented by Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps, and make sure to check out our Jetco Trailer Talks here later tonight. So that's all we got. Thanks for watching Knoxville Nights here on the Dirt Vision stage. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Damn it, Garrett.
That was late. Cade was late.
A great sign is a surefire way to get people through the door. At Impact Signs, Awnings, Wraps, we specialize in creating beautiful signs that capture attention and draw people in. Whether you're a business, school, church, bank, hospital, or event venue, we have the perfect sign solution for you. We make the process simple. From design to manufacturing to installation, our team handles it all. The right sign helps you stand out and attract. A great sign is a surefire way to get people through the door. At Impact Signs, Awnings, Wraps, we specialize in creating beautiful signs that capture attention and draw people in. Whether you're a business, school, church, bank, hospital, or event venue, we have the perfect sign solution for you. We make the process simple. From design to manufacturing to installation, our team handles it all. The right sign helps you stand out and attract more customers, so you want to get it right. Impact Signs, Awnings, Wraps. #any sign, anywhere.